Taint! Taint! The bane of Thaumcraft players, Thaumcraftites, thaumaturgists everywhere. Taint. Sometimes it's not even because of something they've done. The biome just happens to be tainted. Stuff like that. Alright, so welcome to a 1.7.10 version of our Taint Labs. Now, I'm trying to prove or disprove some misconceptions or myths and rumors about Taint. Alright, so you can see here this is just a regular old plains biome with a lot of taint on it. This is actually sand on top of probably a plains biome. Let's see, where are we? Plains, yep, sand on top of plains biome that's tainted. The taint spreads in various different ways, but the primary vector for taint spread, you like that? Vector is kind of scientific terminology. Vector for taint spread is these tendrils. Now, I'm trying to prove that to you guys. That's what I believe since experimenting with it before. Over here, what we used to have is a very... Hello, cows. I don't know why these guys are spawning now, but they do. This is, by the way, a flat world. So you could just set up a creative world, set it flat, and use a little bit of... create a little bit of taint here. For this particular biome, basically I set it up like this. I'm in creative mode right now. So just create a 3x3... or I guess in this case 5x5 square of glass. I'm using the Super Builder's Wand. I think you can use the Builder's Wand as well. Basically, I'm making a jar. This is to prevent any taint from getting out. So what we do, I'm using grass here because the Tainted Lambs biome turns up really well using grass. It changes the color of the biome, of the grass in the biome to purple. And then what we have, this is actually something nice with 1.7.10. Bottled Taint. This comes from Thaumcraft itself. I don't know if it's craftable, because I haven't done that myself, but it definitely makes doing these Taint Labs a lot easier. And all you do, just throw this down, and you have Taint. Great, right? So this experiment here was done with my usual easiest way to clean up Taint without an ethereal bloom or a tree or anything else like that. It's just vanilla water, just like that. Let me get out of creative mode into survival. Just water, pick it up, put it down, clean it up, remove the tendrils, and then what I've done is just putting some regular old grass blocks down in that. Close this up because just... oh, I have to go back into creative. Close this back up just in case the taint does spread. Oh, come on. What's going on? I am playing creative, right? I need glass. There you go. Close it up, just in case the taint does spread unexpectedly outside of your lab. Alright? Cool. Now, the other thing we want to take a look at is how far taint spreads. Obviously, in these setups, the top platform here, each was infected with taint. The bottom platform was just dirt. You can see in this one, when there's just a one space gap, it obviously spreads really quickly to the dirt at the bottom. Same thing with the 2 space gap. 3, there's a jump over. 4, this is actually unexpected. I expected that a 4 space gap taint would not spread down here, but it does. 5 seems to be the key point. So if you have a platform above that's infested with taint, you need at least 5 air blocks below not to infest anything. So keep that in mind for your floating platforms. I didn't try above. You guys might want to do the same, but it's also possible that the taint could climb up the inside of these blocks. Taint on clear materials can be invisible, so keep that in mind. Encasing taint in jars may be the only real way to contain it. Not 100% sure on that. But keep that in mind because this is what we have here. I want to show that taint does not just randomly jump spaces. This is a 1 block space, fully tainted in that jar. In this one right here, bottom part is separated from the top by glass, so there's an empty airspace here so the taint can grow. But this top part, that's actually glass in between there. So there's airspace above all this taint, just because you need 1 block for that taint to still exist. Here there's obviously an airspace because a bloody pig spawned in here somehow. But there has been no jump, no arbitrarily let's go from 1 block to another. The taint did not spread. Now this is using the same configuration as you have in the Direwolf 21.7.10 pack. Infinity is different. Infinity does not have taint spread. So if you're playing with Feed the Beast Infinity, taint will not spread. Let me say that again. Taint will not spread in Infinity. So even if you do try to trick your friend and put taint under their base, it might change the base to taint biome, but it will not spread without another vector like exploding creeper or tainted sheep. All right, the other thing I wanted to check, taint at bedrock level. Yes, it will spread. It spreads up pretty fine. This wasn't working very much. I didn't notice it happening. So I created this, and it definitely spreads horizontally. It does not, however, seem to spread 2 blocks up above bedrock. So I don't think I've ever seen down here. Let's see if we have, let's get some glowstone. So this is the void level, effectively. But you can't really place blocks down here. You have to place it at 0. And that even doesn't even light up anything down here. But there's not enough room for taint to be down underneath these blocks at void level. So you don't have to worry about taint growing along the bottom of your world. But if you do have taint in one of those nooks and crannies in bedrock level, you may have a problem. Alright, this here is testing taint spread by water. Does not seem to work. So this is just a tainted biome, tainted land biome. This spreads over here, no tendrils, no tendrils. So we do need something that can create tendrils to spread taint. Same thing here. This is another water test. This doesn't seem to work particularly well. I've been trying to get this to grow all sorts of ways, but it doesn't seem to like it going under the water. And there is air in here, so even if it grew across the top of the water, it could, but it just doesn't seem willing to do so. So there might be some stuff having to do with spreading of taint underneath water. We just haven't been able to see it. I expanded that out here. I thought maybe it was the material that it was spreading on. No, it doesn't seem to be consuming these. It doesn't seem to be turning dirt into goo, at least not in a ready fashion. Tried that over here. Maybe it needed a shallower water. Doesn't seem to be working. Here I actually started the taint underwater, and it's not even spreading to these blocks up here. So it's very curious. There's more experimentation that definitely needs to be happening here, but it doesn't seem to be as much of a problem. But it will, you can see the taint down there, it will spread eventually, I imagine. Now, spreading through other blocks. This was an oak block, a great oak block, and a silverwood block. Definitely spread through that. So not the oak, the wooden materials do not protect you from taint spreading. Other things that should be causing taint but aren't is flux goo. So flux goo, if you take your configurations, if you have a flux effect, it should create some type of taint underneath it. So this wasn't working, wasn't creating any tendrils on here. It doesn't create tainted lands or anything like that. Same thing with this. This is flux goo and flux gas. Nothing's happening here. This used to be flux goo. But if you have enough flux glue over time, this will eventually turn into like a flux slime or something like that. So that might might find that hopping about your base there when you have accidents in your cauldron. Same thing here, no taint spread up above. And there's an airspace up above to support taint if it chooses to turn up. Now the one thing There's two things that can get rid of taint. A pure node, like from a silverwood tree, or an ethereal bloom. Ethereal bloom's probably your best bet. You just place it up here. Let's just get one. If I could actually spell it. I thought I spelled it right. Oh well, whatever. Just get one, place it down. You can start growing. Beautiful effect. And you can see down here that the taint is actually starting to recede already. There we go. Another stage in its receding. So even though this is not touching any of the taint down here, this taint will recede. I think it's it might be a 4-block radius, it might be an 8-block radius, I don't know, but it's not particularly far. It probably won't touch any of these biomes around it and turn this all back to, I believe it's turning back into plains biomes. Yeah. This is still tainted land, but it will turn back into plains biomes eventually, and the taint will dry up. It will disappear. So if you want to keep your places safe, make ethereal blooms. It's probably a lot easier to get than making ethereal blooms are a lot easier to make than surrounding your base with pure nodes from Thaumcraft trees, from silverwood trees. All right. Well, that concludes our 1.710 investigation on Taint. If you guys have any ideas on what to investigate next, I'm open to hear it. Send us a message, leave a message on this underneath this video, and we'll get back to you and make another Taint lab. All right, this has been Mobius Rex from Mobius Archives. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the episode, leave us a like, leave us your comments and suggestions. We'll be back with you another time. Have a good day and a wonderful night. Bye-bye.